all, you'll know what's going on. Bad news when you're all standing out there waiting to find what's going on, and no one can tell you as race 6 gets underway, and out in the lead, I know that guy, that's Darren Wood, and he's putting it all together, and he's really getting round there with Dave Morris in second place. Down they go, up to the step-down tabletop, right now. Over the whoops, and Darren even pulls his wheel sideways, bit of style going over as well, and a quick sprint, oh, tying up. Round they go, round in the last berm, a quick sprint down towards the triple, a quick lift over there, all confidence there from Darren, he even twisted the wheel sideways, bit of style pulling over the top, so he must have been in a commanding position. Right, on the race 7 now, race 7 in the 8s, waiting to get away. Race 7 is going for it. On the back they go, over the tabletop, into the first berm. Down they come, right down towards the woods, whips in there, round, and it looks as though we eventually time up. No, they're quarter-final sheets, still quarter-final sheets, no 8s. So we're still struggling away out there, but we'll keep talking, because there's number 4, heads the ball line with 106 and 175 behind, put a lot of pressure as they go down towards the line and hanging on with it, they finish third. Away they go, look at this one going, this is race 8 of race 8. The quarters on their way round, out in the lead at the moment, and pulling down the balls, the whoops, over there I go. Down 36 down in the front from 15 and 147 to go round. We've got Profile Factory Tops in second place, oh dear, wasn't this terrible? What embarrassment, sheer and utter embarrassment. Right, okay, we can look. Right, race 12, the 15-year-old quarterfinals. They're waiting up on the line to get away, and at least I've got some cheats so I can tell you who's who and what's going on. Well, I can try anyway. Okay, we've got Phil Hogan, Sean Howell, Lee Beckett, Paul Clarkson, Kitty Jones, and Mark Andrews, and they're on their way down the hill and fighting for it. And it looks like one of the guys in there, that's Keith Jones. Oh, and there's another guy biting the dust in a big way. Oh, well, it's all happening. But as they come down the step-down tabletop and over the whoops, coming through there and out in the lead there, that is number 10, Paul Clarkson of Robinson. And he's trying to put it all together, putting the pedals round, hammering along, trying to keep ahead of the guy in front. And that guy's really pushing, and that guy there is lead back in from I can't read that name. Right. The guy just coming in has just pulled it in a big way, that was Phil Elliott. No, it wasn't, it's Mark Andrews. Get my tongue together, get the words together, and get it right. Race 13, 14-year-olds, and these guys are going for it. We've got Simon Blinkhorn, Robin Singleton, Chris Taylor, Dale Gibbon, Mark Ashley, Anthony Howells, Lee Knock, and Stefan Ella. Away they come, down the step-down tabletop, and Anthony Howells of ASR Anthony Howells out in the front, putting it all together and doing his best to keep ahead of Simon Blinkhorn of Falcon, who's really going. To race 14, 14-year-old quarterfinals. Waiting to get away, and they're on their way down the hill and over that speed jump. Going for it, we've got Darryl Holmes, Lawrence Massey, Sean Hill, Alistair Heath, Head, Carl Thomas, Darryl Wheeler, Clive, Maskins it looks like, and Martin Senna, but down the back into the woods, over the woods, there's Dale Holmes. Pulling away there, really going for it, and the power line strip with Darryl Holmes down in front. Over the camels, into the last berm, behind him and hanging in there, that's number 13, Sean Hill from Exeter, with number 35 hanging on for third place. Right, on we go. And that's race 15 of the 14-year-olds going down the hill over the speed jump, motoring along. Getting it all together there with Jamie Glover, Shane Chittick, Russ Cook, Paul Upsall, Neil Wood, Darren Jennings, Richard May and James Downing. But down the back they come, hammering away there, out in the leader. That's Neil Wood, just ahead, just hanging ahead of Russ Cook. As they go over the camel, Russ Cook hanging in there in the GT strip. We're back in third place. And that's number 8, Paul Upsall, as they go down. Oh, and a guy just bites the dust there. Back behind them was Shane Chittick. The rider picks up his machine. Race 16 of the 14-year-olds is on its way down the hill and going for it. In they go, into the first berm, round they go, really pulling it, they're powering away. On that. Right, away you go, out in the lead there, that's Robert Jiggins, really hammering along in second place, hanging in there is John Hawkins. There's Robert Jiggins, John Hawkins as they hammer up out the back, down towards the camel. Oh, and two riders almost collided, they're going up to the camels, but still out in the front there, that's Robert Jiggins hanging out there, hanging on tight from John Hawkins as they sprint down towards the line. On to race 17, that's the 13-year-old quarterfinals. Race 17, 13-year-olds, and they're waiting to get away with Peter Scott, Anthony Revel, Ashley Davis, Vandy Greenfield, Jeremy Canning and Austin Benjamin. Down they go, down the hill, really motoring away. It looks like Jeremy Canning's got that whole shot and really going for it. It's a GT factory spread. Round he goes, well out in front, round the first berm. Really motoring up the step-down tabletop, pulling away out in the front there. And that was like Barry Greenfield in second place as they come round down towards the camels in third place, hanging in there. That's Anthony Revel from Bournemouth. And the GT rider around the last berm. He's only got the dribbles hanging there, and it's all happening. 17, Barry Greenfield from Robinson is in second place. Right, on to race 18, 13-year-old quarterfinal, and they're going for it. Look at these guys go. They've really got to put it together. They get through to the semis and the finals. We've got Cy Shearer, Lee Borden, Malcolm Daniels, Jason McRoy, Matt Phillips and Lee Smith. As they go round the back, oh, there's battles going on out there. Jason McRoy charges, just nips through and gets the lead from Malcolm Daniels as they go down over the camels into the last berm, hanging on here in third place. There's a battle going on, but it looks at the moment as Matt Phillips just holding off the rest of the guys as a rider 175. Lee Smith drops it right in front of me. On we go, race 19, and that's another 13-year-old event is on its way down the hill, and one guy decides to go down there sitting on the crossbar as he loses his pedals. But coming round and down the step-down tabletop, that's Scott Blandon. And Scott's really got the bit between his teeth, pulling out a lot of space with him and the second guy. And that was like Gary Carver. They go over the camels into the last berm. It's still Scott Blandon out in front. Gary Carver followed by number 26, Paul Wood from Youngs. On to race 20, 13-year-olds, quarterfinals, and away they go down the back, and it looks like John Zopp on the outside, trying to get that whole shot, but not quite getting it. We've got Andrew Unsworth, Kevin Roberts, Nicky Restle, Scott Fry, John Zottel, and Andy Chesham, but coming down over the step-down tabletop, that's Nicky Restle, really putting it about today. Nicky Restle pulling a big sprint for Harrow, and pulling away from John Zottel there. Round they go, round the last berm. In second place, hanging in there is Andy Chesham, trying to get up with John Zottel, and he's always there. This is the first of the 12-year-olds underway, and that is Lee Pigstone, the numero uno in the country, the guy who won it by a whisker last year, and is a real superstar out there on his brand new bike, now riding Powerline, and look at the guy go, he is stupid. Gareth O'Shea is second. Gareth Shea, so I suddenly made a mileage. But let's look back, 179, Chris Bennett is third. Who's going to take the 4 and the 5? Now it's down to 1 to 3. Oh, look, he's going to slip off. Chris Bennett has slipped. Coming out the kick on past him. Chris Bennett has managed to hold on. And unfortunately, away to go. They're right. Right, we're on the motor number 22. Right there goes the local guy, Daniel Paul. Daniel Paul is right there and gunning for it. Driving down the Mark Thompson and Martin Cushy. Thompson. And in Graham now slipped back to 4. But it's Daniel Powell, looking comfortable. Daniel Powell in 1. In 2 is Mark Thompson. And coming Lionel charging number 50 is Bradley Ireland. And in Graham's just going to hold on and Mark goes over the line and he's through. And I can stop panicking now. Quarters. Motor 23, 12-year-old quarters. Underway with Graham Safely, Angel and Mike Bags, and that is the number 2 in the country, missed it by a whisker last year, Mr. Jamie Staff out there for the rally team. Into Steve Hassel. From down there in the South Coast, riding for Robinson. So it is Jamie Staff and Steve Hassel. Third is Mike Bags. Back to 4th, and you've got Graham Satan. Lee Angel's the unlucky guy at the moment, but believe me, Lee's been working overtime riding Cruiser as well. So he's out there. And oh, Graham Satan hit it all wrong. And just holds on from Lee Angel. Motor 24. And believe me, you cannot be certain of anything until you're across the line in 4. Neil Jones coming at him. 21 down at Brearley's Owen Clear. Richard puts the power on, and he's in. The 11-year-old quarters. So we got one missing now, that sounds good. One has missed it after all that. Alright, away they go, there's the number 1 plate. From lane 3, heading to front, Dylan Clayton Polanco. Out there, the guy is great. He's going, he's away, and they've got to catch him. He's out there saying, come and get me, and they're going to try and do that now. He's opened up a lead. The rest of them boxing a little bit. Let's look back to the first spot. That's where it's all going to happen. Don Kilbride's in 4 at the moment. Can he hold on? Up underneath comes 196, Cher Sweeting. Cher Sweeting and Don Kilbride battling it out for the 4. Don Kilbride going up to challenge to the 3. Cher Sweeting coming underneath. Don Kilbride coming right through to dig up the 3rd spot. Cher Sweeting's going to be the unlucky 1 in 5. Motor 26, 11-year-old quarterfinal, Martin Upshaw, Nicholas Beer, Brett Gurley, Jason Pitcher, Darren Rady, Bernard Johnson, Lee Eisen, James Muir. Another set of car keys just been handed in, which have been found. Anybody lost a set of car keys, which have just clobbered us? Here we go. We'll tell you a little bit about them. They've got a blue tag on them, which got deposit paid at Butlins. So, whoever's staying at, where's the nearest Butlins? It's down at Powelly or somewhere, isn't it? Butlins in Faulkner. Alrighty, they're going. They're away. 4's out there in the lead, and that is Darren Reedy. Darren Reedy from Lee Eyes. Darren Reedy in 1, and Darren is up there from Wigan, from Indian District. Out and going, Darren Reedy. 2nd spot now been taken over by Martin Upshaw for the Shadow Race team. Martin Upshaw, and those 2 are clear. Back to 4th spot, and it's Bernard Johnson in the 4 from back. Bernard Johnson, can he hold it? Bernard Johnson still in 4 with a come on in charge. Bernard's back to 5 and got work to do now. Look at that guy, came right up in the 3rd. Bernard Johnson's up in, challenge was 4 with Lee Eyes. Lee Eyes and Bernard Johnson. Lee Eyes takes a dive and hit his face. Going for it, trying to jump the doubles to make it sure, and unfortunately for poor Lee, it went all wrong. He's got his leg on the bar. Ivan Thomas in the 4th spot. Can he hold it? Ivan Thomas at 4, but he's got a charge coming at him from David Robinson. This is down to Crystal Warren, and CJ have got this in the bag, but 42-17 looks Ivan Thomas as if he's going to make the semi-finals. to be going. Oh, wide bite! Wide bite, wide bite! Away you go, 1-2 guys, right into each other, and that leads Mark Gleed. Up and away, Mark Gleed is away clear. Back, the battle is on for 4. The battle is on for 4 between 17 and 12. Richard Glendenny and Graham Melville. Richard Glendenny and Graham Melville. Who's going to get in there? Richard is in 4 at the moment. Richard Glendenny, Graham Melville's now up in the 4. Graham Melville's in 4. Richard's coming out of him, but Grant's got it. Hold the gate, please. There's a guy down on the berm in case you can't see it, Mr. Starter. Motor 29. All right, away you go. We're on to the 10-year-olds now. They may get liver, but do they get any slower? Do they, Hank? No, another one dropped it there, and that was unlucky. That's number 70. Was that Chad Gilmer? I think it must have been. Out in the lead, number 143, Lewis all the way from the Isle of Wight. And no harm at all. Looking good. All right, the battle back and forth is 153's in 4th spot at the moment, and that's Peter Douglas from Worsley. Can he hold on because he's been pushed all the way? And here comes the challenge from Sam Jarvis. Can the Amical man get in there and challenge? Don't think so this time. Not this time. Stephen Fowler, superclass rider, very urgent, must go to the office now. Stephen Fowler, superclass rider, to the office now. Charlie Shooter in the lead. Danny Bowman, CW Flyer in 2nd. Look at the battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th. In 5th at the minute is the number 7 plate, and it must be 17. Yes, it is on. He gets a wobble and a wobble, and that could be a minor, but you never know. Anything can happen right down to the line, and yeah, the unlucky guy is Daniel Forbidden. From Aider. Motor 31, the 10-year-old quarters. They're underway. They are racing, and this is Chico Hook and Lee Resto. Ross Jones and Paul Oh, blimey! What a way through that, but he got away with it. And that is Desmond Cox for Red Bull. Now, the guy in 4th, with the pressure on him is Chico Hook in his old black gear. Can he fend him off? Chico Hook holding on to 4. Is there going to be a challenge? Coming through is Ross Jones, but I don't think he's going to make it. Chico safe. Motor 32, 10-year-old quarterfinal, and that's 6 men out of that to the first speed jump. Neck and neck and neck and neck. Sam Fry, whole shot by Louis Mears. Louis Mears, I'm pretty sure he's from down here in Bath, not down on the sheet, but I'm pretty sure he is. There's a multi pile up on the back of the pack, and there's only 4 left in it. Louis Mears, no problem. And in the 2nd spot, the number 9 of Wally Pade is down here, but I know well it's Wally Pack from down there in Aider. And in 3rd and 4th, you got number 21, Sammy Quinn. And 4th goes to Simon Thomerson. And the unlucky rest of the guys involved in that pile-up. The 9-year-olds. Everybody, I have been asked to make your own turn, not looking from the track, but look immediately behind you, those on the start straight, and look up into the sky and see that we have sunshine. Look quick, for God's sake, it might disappear. All right, so back with Edison. Paul Cope, I think this is in the lead, and Paul's got a good lead. Look at 3, 4, 5 though. In 5th spot at the moment is number 6. Can he get clear there? That's Steve Craig from Birmingham. Steve Craig doing his best to get in there. Steve Craig is still in 5th, and he's going to have to work, but I don't think it's going to be Steve's day today. Go to number 34, quarterfinals. 4 of the 9-year-olds, Martin Jackson, Greg Hills, and Ben Bishop. And out there in the lead is Ben Beasley. He's been riding like a demon, like a man possessed, like a scorpion in a stomach. The little guy is going over there, brilliant. Now, back to 4th and 5th, and it's Ben Bishop in 5th, and doing his best to get through there on the inner. And Ben could come out of this one. Crazy Legs works his way up on the inner. Back, and a real battle on for 4th, 5th, and 6th, but it looks like 20's come right through there. Greg Hills to take on 4th spot. Motor 35. 9-year-olds. Chris Hoy, James Morris, Simon Jones, Dean Croftley, using Damien Moyes. And in the lead, the number 3 plate for James Morris from Whitehaven. 2's in second, and that is Chris Hoy. Now, look at this boxing again. It's all down to that 3, 4, 5 spot. And you pick 2 more from this lot. Could be anybody. GT Riders in 5 at the moment and got work to do. Can he get in there? He's slipping and sliding all over the place. Got a mini number plate. Damien Moyes from Folkestone. Can he make it? Can he make it? Not this time. Motor 36, 9-year-olds. Right, this is the newest gear on the track, folks. There's Andrew Stevens guy riding for OT Cycles. Now, that's got to be eye-catching, or is that eye-catching? The guy in 4th in the orange and blue gear, I hope he doesn't come off. It would be such a shame to get him mucky. Matt Boyle, the little king, he's only knee-high to a decent-sized grasshopper, but he's gone. He's away. Look at this one! Look at this guy taking it to Gary Smith! Do you think Matt Boyle's small? Gary is teeny-weeny, itsy-bitsy, but God, can he ride? Can he ride? Matt Boyle and Gary Smith! 1 and 2. Right, Gary Smith's going to nick it! No, he's not. Matt Boyle 1, Gary Smith 2, and the guy in the fancy gear unfortunately goes out is Darren Fryer, takes the 4. 37, 8-year-old quarters. What's the matter, Principal? Are you making some comment by the way I speak? They will not have any anti-Semitism at this meeting. Thank you. Right, okay, well, motor number 38, the 8-year-olds. Carlos Rogers, Graham Patterson in line. Owen Airlines come to the dead stop there at the back of the hill. So, unfortunately, unless there's a multi pile up here, it looks like number 8 today, Jonathan Molly Jones. Henry District having a good show. That's a nice strip as well. I like that, the double stars right there. And Jonathan's looking good. And in the 4th spot, you got 187, Brett Jason Greery. Hold the gate, please. Hold the gate, Mr. Starter. Hold the gate, Mr. Starter. Hold the gate, please. All right, we're on with motor number 39, and that's a heck of a hole shot by Mark Cox. Mark Cox and Henley District are really doing well here in these quarters. I've seen an awful lot of Henley guys out there and going for it. And Mark Cox is out there doing the business, right? And of course that's our Norm's, Norman Derbyshire's home club up there, Wigan, and Norm the guy had to go for us here in August. So a lot to be grateful for to Wigan, a place I always enjoy going to. So wish them well here. Mark Cox out and going for it. In second, you've got Guy O'Brien, and back to 4th and looking very comfortable is 206 David Fallon. Again from Henley District. Right, this is race number 40, 8-year-old quarterfinals. David Moore, who else would one expect, has got the whole shot. 2, 3, and 4 look clear at the moment, but anything can happen, believe me. Well, you saw that. You saw one guy sit down too soon, and it all went up in a big puff on the smoke at that moment. Now, where are we? Where's the challenge going to come from? It's got to come from Daniel Payton. The number 9 plate is in 5th spot at the moment. He's the guy who's got to try and press it and get back to them. There's no problem by the winner, David Moore. David Moore, 2, 3 and 4 though, have got it in the bag. That one's easy. Motor 41, 7 euros. And the sun is still shining. Absolutely mega amazing. Chris Cameron, why do you still keep making rude signs at me? Madam Race Referee, has that guy got an official badge? Has he got a right to be in here? Could you eject him, please? I'm not having any great wally. I mean, they nicked that one from somebody. Yeah, that's okay. As long as that's fair enough, I suppose. Okay. Chris, he's giving me the orals, not the verbals. Alright, here we go. That's one of the Friars out there. That's Rowan Fryer. Rowan Fryer in second. The leader is James Alloway from Reading. James Alloway and Rowan back to 4th. And that is Robin Cocaine. And Robin Cocaine's in there. Number 1 plate at the back is Jason Aaron from all the way down from Glen Rothaven, Scotland. But it's a long journey back when you're not qualified to tell you. But 1 to 4, look as if that one's all in the bag. 42, 7 euros away. Race 26 is the race which is being rerun, which is the one I read out. Race 26. Oh, 2 guys take a tumble. Was so busy announcing race 26, didn't see whether they were in at the hunt or not. Alright, the unlucky guys in there. And that one, Gavin Arblaster. Now, Gavin is unlucky because he was really going well all day and should have been there or thereabouts. And Matt Stewart from Blaster Baits. Is that where it is? No, it's Buckmore Bats, actually. He probably writes for Blaster Baits as well. Motor number 43. Alright, away we go. Away we go, and it's 20. 20 out of the gate is Darren Jones. Young lad. Doing good out there. Don't know how Big Brother did, but he's out there doing the business. No problem. Chris Hyde. Chris Hyde in 4th. Chris Hyde in 4th. Now, that's interesting. That's just the one out. It'll be interesting, but here he comes. 13 is in 3rd is Lee Bertram. And Chris Hyde's up to 3rd. Lee Bertram's in 4th. Can either of the other 2 guys catch him? Lee Bertram looks to have enough for him to get away there from Michael Wood. And he does.
Come on, Gabby, wind it up!
Okay, 7-year-olds, motor number 44. Paul Robinson, James Lee, Darrell White, Jon Jorgensen, Peter Holland and Gavin Coburn. Out in the lead. Number 7 plate from Allen of Peter Holland. And second, James Lee from GT Wells. In second, 3rd spot from Machine Lehman, Darrell White from Portland. And Darrell White's up to 2nd now. But it looks like where these guys have looked over the shoulder, they've sussed it out. And they realize what they're doing. Jon Jorgensen gets in the 4. Motor number 45. 14 and 15-year-old cruisers, Keith Jones, Margaret Astley, James Downing, John Bristow, Gary Shabalevich and Clive Hawkins. And Bigfoot's in second. In the lead is Keith Jones. This guy has sponsored himself, and look at if he's doing himself no harm at all. Back to 4, and in the 4th spot at the moment is Clive Hawkins. Can he hold it? But Clive looks as if he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 5. Back to 5, and he's got work to do now. Clive is going to catch 194, and that's Mark Astley, but not this time. Motor 46, 14 to 15-year-old quarterfinals. Good one, this one. Jason of that road, Dallas Mason, Mark Andrews, Lee Flavin, Dean Idiosen, Phil Hennigan. And that's got to be Dean Idios out there in the lead. Dean Idios. See, I've forgotten for a year, Mary. Sorry, 3 months off and my tongue hasn't been worked since. That's Dean Idios going through from in second, Phil Hennigan. Back to fourth. Have we got a battle on here? No, the guy in fifth. He's giving it a charge. Down the back straight. I think it's Mark Andrews. Can he make it? Try to jump it. Not this time. Race 47. 14 to 15 cruisers again. Mr. Pixton, stay awake. Your other son's in this one. Just in case you hadn't noticed, you know, I thought maybe I'd better tell you. Okay, away they go, and that's Halfords out there on the outside with Chris Taylor in second. And who we got in the lead? John Oakins in the lead. In third spot is Paul Clarkson. Up into fourth comes 172, which is Brian Pixton. Can he hold it? He's in fifth now. Brian Pixton's the guy's got work to do. Oh, got the sideswipe there. That's back to sixth, it looks like, but there's a lot of work here to be done. No, not Brian's day today. Lee Ives. Now, Lee Ives went to the ambulance and may still be there. Just as a matter of interest, Lee Ives had an accident in that moto, went to the ambulance and may still be there. Has anyone thought of checking out the ambulance? Well, number 48, the 14 to 15-year-old cruisers. Simon Hayes, Ian Barford, Bob Albee, Richard Green, Phil Warburton and Rob Marshall. A lot of interest from down my neck of the woods in this one. Rob Marshall there in third. In the lead, 115 is Phil Warburton. Phil Warburton. 174 is Bob Albee in second. Rob Marshall and Richard Green in 3 and 4. And it looks like if we can hold on, Richard Green's going to get in there. 245 coming out of me and Barfoot. But Richard's in. Superclass quarterfinals. That's John Stockwell on the air, but being held at the moment. John on our way.
Go, John!
Number 3 plate is Tony Fleming, John Stockwell now. 1, 2, 3 and 4. They're looking at they've opened up a gap. Profile guy moving up the table. Look at that. 1, 2, 2, taken to the top of the world. Alan Porter and goes back and does. Oh, that's well. Oh. Anybody who saw that would probably say that was poetic justice. Yes. That's the great race organizer in the sky, Chris. Looking down on you. I think there's about an 18-year-old young lady in the ambulance should attend to you, Chris. Have revived the parts that other ambulance people don't reach. Okay, where we go? Hi there, in front, Raleigh. Oh, right back. Oh, cross. There's still one of those guys who's in that middle. He's going to qualify. They're both back up. Forget it, ambulance. Right. So, who we got in here? Left, Errol McLean. Coming in, no problem. Gary Morgan from Morecambe in second. Smurf, how you managed to avoid that, I don't know. In third. And the last guy in who's going to make it is Steve Biglin. Now that means that Steve Fowler must be the other guy jumping up there. And I think he's going straight to the referee. You want to hold? No. Okay, we got motor 51 and 51 on the gate. The others quarterfinal for the Superclass. Mike Riviere, 5 in, 4 to go. Alrighty, ready. Number 1 is Mr. Darren Stock for Halfords. Out there, going for it. Inside is the one and only Tom Lynch. How in heaven's name he's kept that outfit as clean as that. He must have A different outfit for every photo. It's Tom Lynch. Out there in the lead. Down in stock. Maybe Tom Lynch is co-sponsored by Daz or Persil or something, or some biological wonder powder. But he's in there, no problem. Scorpions, Mike Riviere gets the 4th spot. If Tom Lynch can market that product and tell all the bums how it works, he'll make a fortune overnight. The final quarterfinal. Jeremy Vince, Paul Wright, John Turner, Kemp Riviere and John Ezard. And right out on the outside, John Ezard here in his own backyard, hit a humdinger. He's going for it, winding it up, got a bit of disadvantage now on the wide outer, but keeping the power on, and he's away. John Ezard's looking good here. 4th spot is where the battle's going to be, and there's still a fight on here. Number 20, Kemp Riviere's in the 5. Kemp Riviere go work to do still, but it could be anybody's in here. The last 3 can go out, and Kemp Riviere's making a charge for it, but I don't think he's going to make it this time. Maybe we'll see how he goes. No, putting it across here. Oh, Gabe was given a second chance, but I think he'd almost given it up just before then. Okay, folks, we got guys on the gates. We got no semi-final sheets. No doubt they'll be on their way. As soon as I get them, we'll give you a commentary. This is the rerun of 26. Let's see. Okay, this is the rerun, folks, of Motor 26, and it's still only got 7 men because young Lee Ives, take those, was unfortunately hurt and didn't feel like riding, so they got to do it all again. And that's Martin Upshaw in the 2nd spot. Be interesting to see if there is actually any change. Nicholas Beer, Martin Upshaw. Number 4 in the lead is Garen Rady, the Garen that was last time. Martin Upshaw taking it easy in 2nd. In 3rd spot is Nicholas Beer, and 4th is Brett Gurney. And I think we got a rerun of the result as well, folks. No, Bernard Jobson was in 5. And Bernard Jobson, he's up to 4. He's making it an exact rerun. 22, Brett Gurney's in 5. And Bernard Jobson, and I'm pretty sure the same 4 guys qualified. The commentary decision. Right, guys, now it looks like it's all going to happen. They've got a great lineup for that first big race out in the front. That's the Pro Class waiting to get up there. Oh, and the Pro Class is on its way. Is it on its way? Absolutely amazing. As you see, the Schofield Ruffle situation there with Baldry in 3rd place. And it could be Vince in 4th now. Middleton's under pressure in the quarter on this one, so Schofield ruffled. And surprise, 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 Steve Baldry. The unknown pro situation, Jamie Vince going like a train now. And Middleton is in trouble. Absolutely in trouble. Can he do something in the line now? The Middleton push. That is going to be tight. Finish line are going to go bang. No one was over that one. But we'll wait to find out. 2nd pro, semi-final now. You're looking at Tim Marsh, Tony Holland, Geoff Shooter, Sid Salisbury, Gary Llewellyn, Frankie Romain. Some of the top factories here now, Emma, Frankie Romain. Is he going to make it? Is he not? We'll find out in just a moment. Oh! We are talking professionals. That's Sid Salisbury got over the gate like you wouldn't believe. I hope the guys aren't hurt. A lot of pressure. It was once estimated that the pressure on that gate when these guys put the poundage in is absolutely phenomenal. It looks like Tony Holland's hurt himself there in the Tonka strip, and hopefully we're going to see him return to that gate in just a moment. I can see Vic Roberts there talking to the boys. Geoff Shooter making sure that his machine's okay, because that is all important, believe me. That's Geoff Shooter in lane number 1 there in the GT strip. Tony Holland alongside him there, of course, in the Tonka strip. And you've got Sid Salisbury there in the SE, who did the flyer over the gate that time. Frankie Romain for Robertson in the grey tracksuit. Tim Marsh there alongside him in gate 5 with the black 3 on the plate and the MRD. And finally, of course, Gary Llewellyn in the Halford strip. Let's see how they go this time, folks. And it's a clean gate this time. It looks like Marsh has got it here. Holland's gone. But it's Marsh all the way there. Robertson's Frankie Romain just needs his back pedal, but it's Llewellyn after Marsh. And is Llewellyn going to go through, or is he going to say, no, that's 2 or 3 for me? And Shooter is back. Shooter is in trouble. Salisbury is after Shooter, and this is the Shooter band, believe you me. Is Shooter going to stay on, or is Sid Salisbury going to do a tremendous balancing act on this one and try and go under? Here we go. Big push for the line now. Shooter's in trouble. Frankie Romain's in trouble. And there, no problem. Sid just couldn't get an extra poundage out. Incredible stuff. Absolutely amazing, that one, I'll tell you, John. Get bristly about that. And John Moore. That's race 3, 17 plus. Right, away they go down the hill, and who's going to get the whole shot? They're almost in line there as they go through there. That looks like John Weymouth, one of the guys, 2 guys, a mega wipeout over the first speed jump, but they bunch up going round the first berm, bunch up going round the back there, powering away down the back. Oh, it's all together. Still John Weymouth out there, but Winnaby's Andy Brattle as they're almost locked together. Sora, but 4 of them side by side as they approach up to the camels there, all fighting for that important position. Come on, guys, you can make it. Back there, there's 16 and 163 fighting. There's Andy Fisher and Mark Williams fighting to get to the 4th position. Oh, who can make it out of that one? Tight all the way. Well, they're on their way down the hill, and who's going to get this one? It looks like 38, and that's Kevin Brown on the outside, getting to that hole shot, into the first berm, over the jump, round the back, up the step down, around they come towards the step down table off. Mount up over the top, and they ease down, those pedals really flying down the woods, and it's still out of behind it there, bunching up, 197, just coming through in second place, Andrew Pope, over the camels they go, round into the last berm, still Andrew Pope there, back in third place, Marcus Rich, just getting sideways, and they're fighting to get the 4th place. Jeremy Hayes was in there, but I don't think he quite made it through. Race 5, and that's 16-year-old semi-final, race 5, waiting on the line. We've got Ron Stobart, Paul Saunders, Simon Fox, Mark Watkins, Chris Carver, David Morris, Paul Robertson, Martin Kemp, and away they go down the hill, fighting for this one. Who's it going to be? It looks like David Morris got the whole shot, but not for long, because they're in line going into that first berm, line abreast, 4 or 5 of them, side by side as they power around, but they're pulling back a bit now. Leader number 36, Paul Saunders from County Cycles, out in the lead there. They're bunched up behind with just making it as Mark Watkins and Mars, just getting through the second place as they go into the last berm, trying to fight their way through there. We've got 8 and 15, which is Rob Stobart and David Morris trying to get that 4th place, and that is close on the line. They're almost in line abreast. Race 6, 16-year-old semi-final. Waiting to get away there. Really keyed up and ready to go. And the gate goes down and they power. They're going for it. Who's he going to be? Up on the inside, that looks like Darren Wood. Can he make it? Yes, he's going to get it into the first berm. And Darren Wood's got that whole shot. We've got David Parkinson, Lee Alexander, Darren Wood, Colin Giants, Kim Darby, Neil Norman, Stu Diggins and Steve Harris. But still out in front there, Darren Wood hanging it in there behind him. Pulling up, that's Lee Alexander. We've made in 3rd place as they come through, and I get caught up there and into the last berm. Coming through there into 3rd place is 175 Finn Carver as they hammer down towards the line. There's 2 guys neck and neck for 3rd place. Race 7, and that's on to the 15-year-old semis.
I'll tell you what, it's amazing is when you actually look at the guys' faces as they come over the line, the first four guys, absolute jubilation. Andy Welsh out in front now, and I'll tell you, Simon Hayes in there. Boy, is this a tight bunch as you can see there. You've got all sorts of riders there, but it's Andy Welsh out in front. And now they go. There's only four riders in this one now. If anyone goes up, if anyone makes one more mistake, this is going to be it. Welsh looks behind him and says, I can't believe what's happening. Hayes is back there, and he's in trouble now. If one more rider takes a fall, this is going to be a killer. But here we go. Last burn, action time. John, take it.
Right, as it comes down towards the triples, we've got 7-2 and 21, which is Martin Parker, Andy Welsh and Philip Warburton across the line. They're coming through now to get that fourth position. That looks like Dean Idios from Riley. Wow, and they're not so pleased. He took both feet off and skied it coming over the triples. They're really elated. Well, what a wipeout on the first burn. Four guys down and away they go. The next one is the race 8, 15-year-olds, and again, it's all happening side by side as they go into the first burn. Right down in the front there, going up over the step-down tabletop and heading towards the wood, pulling away. The leader's got it, and that looks like Len Beckett, and he is going for it. There's two guys down there on the burn, but still going through that. Bob Olby in second place, hanging it in there, but they're closing up behind Bob Olby. We've got 203, Alan Pointing, and behind Alan Pointing, that's Gary Monson, and two guys fighting out, trying to get up the fourth place, but no, it's too late. They're out, guys. And away they go, and that's race 9, really hammering away. Look at how tight these guys are piled up all the time, really side by side. It's all happening. It's all got to go to get in those finals. And they bunch up, coming down the back, over the woods, out in the lead at the moment. That's Neil Wood, and he's holding on tight. Just pulling away slightly from John Oakins. John Oakins hanging on there as they go into the last burn. John Oakins slides out and lets through number 4, and that's Chris Taylor as they go into third place down there and trying to get into fourth. That's Simon Brinkhall, but I don't think he made it. Their way is race 7 on down the hill. Race 7's going for it, and that's the... Sorry, that's race 10, and that's the 14-year-olds going down the hill, out in the lead there at the moment. That's Anthony Howes, really powering away, but just nipping by. Dale Holmes said, you're not going to get this one. Dale pulls around the outside, back in third place. That's Robert Jiggins, just trying to keep up with them there, but around they go, round the last berm, still out in the front. Dale Holmes holds off Anthony Howes with Robert Jiggins hanging on, and there's a bunch side by side trying to get to fourth place, almost 3 abreast as they come to the line. Right, anyone that's got a flash gun out there, please don't use it on the turn of the jumps, because you could put these guys off and bring them down, and I'm sure you wouldn't like that. On to race 11, 13-year-olds, and they're away round the back there, really powering away. Right, there's someone using a flash gun on the turns, on the berms. Please do not use the flash gun on the berms. You can put these guys off. There's no lights out there at the moment. It can really put them out. It's Nicky Rescall out in the front at the moment, hammering in the last berm. He's got to come on there. Nicky Rescall and Harrow really getting it in there. When in second place, that's Barry Greenfield. Oh, and a guy hooks up there, and he was just going for fourth place. And that looks like John Greaves really going for fourth place. Hooks up over the triples and loses out. On with race 12. Which is getting away, hammering down into the first berm, and then again is a 13-year-old semi, race 12, 13-year-old semi, and they're on their way round the berm, over the top there, and down the back is Jeremy Canning, GT Factory Rider, out in front there, hanging in, that looks like John Zottel behind him, and he is not holding long, because coming up alongside him is Scott Blunden, and Scott Blunden just nips on the inside of John Zottel, following Jeremy Canning, down the back they go, in the fourth place, that looks like number 19, Jason Maroy of Chargers, and he just makes that important fourth place.
In front. Where's Lexus? Lexus in the back.
Right, someone picked up a wallet and keys belonging to Keith Sheridan at the toilets there. A wallet and keys of Keith Sheridan. Will they please bring him over? And that looks like in second place Daniel Powell, the Slough rider. So we've got a Powell rider in front. Daniel Powell, but there's a battle going on for fourth place between 6-1-7-9, and it looks like 6-1-7-9, but you reckon Richard Everett and Christopher Benning looks as though they got through there. Right, I hope you all got that about the keys and the wallet. Will they please bring it over the commentary position? On we go. Race 14 is on its way, and these guys are really fighting for it. And that's the 12-year-olds. 12-year-olds really going round the back there. And it looks like Jamie Staff there has really done the business. He's out in front now in the rally strip. Team Rally Rider out in the front and going for it in second place as they come round. Oh, he just lost it and they through David McPherson through. It was Garrett Shee, but he just got pulled through as a guy and shoots up the inside of it. And let's go on to the battle for fourth place, because that is a battle, the important one. At the moment it looks like number 5's going to get it, and that's Aaron Valenti, the GT. And I think he might have just got in, but it's so quick, so fast, you've got to struggle to get anywhere. Right on to race 15, and that's the 11-year-old semi-final. And you thought it was good before, it's getting better and better. And look at these guys, neck and neck round there, really going for it. It's all happening. You can never tell who's going to win until they get across the line. But round they come, and out in the lead as they come down towards the whoops there. That looks like 217, and it is. And that's Ivan Thomas as they come round there with CJ Butler in second place. They come into the last berm, round, they're going to sprint towards the triples. Hanging on there in third place is number 9, Nicholas Beer, but it's the fourth place. Who's going to get that fourth place? Wow, I don't know, it looks like Chris Mounsey, but who can tell? Race 14 is going, and it's going on its way. Down they go, down the back into the first berm. That's race 16, and that's another 11-year-old semi-final. These guys are putting it together. It's getting a bit dark here, but they don't care. They just want to get out there and win, and that's Dylan in the front. No, it's not. It's Mark Lee. Oh, can't read the numbers. Mark Lee down in front. Round they come, round the last berm, and it's going to be a sprint towards the line. Behind them is number 6 and 10, which is Crystal Warren. Down, going down, and that was almost going up to the line there. Heartbroken. These guys put it all together, and they drop it over the woods, coming towards the line where they're in a good position, and that must be so sad. They really get heartbroken about it, and who can blame them? All that effort, all the way round to get wiped out just a few yards from the finishing line. That is bad news, but it's all part of racing. They get up and they go back and they come out again and they say, next time it won't happen, because next time I'll really do the business on them. Okay, back on the line now. That's race 17, 10-year-old semi-final. 10-year-old semi-final, race 17, waiting to get away. And get away it does, and now really going. That's like Gary Bowman getting that whole shot in the CW strip, really motoring away into the first berm, over the jump, up the step up, round the berm to the step-down tabletop. We've got Simon Thomason, Lewis Mears, Desmond Cox, Lee Restel, Andrew Please, Ben Douglas, James Smith, and Gary Bowman, who is out on the front and leading the field as they come round there with Andrew Please in second place, but just coming through there, that's Lee Restel trying to get up on the outside of him. Lee tries desperately to get through, and that's It's another guy just whizzing in there. That's 202, Desmond Cox. And they look as though they're the first 4 to get across the line. On they go, race 18. And they're hammering down there, losing the battles. And another 10-year-old semi-final in the 18s with Wally Banks, Sammy Quinn, Chico Hook, Bruce Hutchins, Charles Shooter, Richard Dustin, Louis Attrell, and Stephen Sennington. And look at these guys go. They're putting it together. Quick sprint over the camels, round to the last berm. That's Wally Banks in second place there. Let's see who's going to get through to the fourth place. Third place, that's Charles Shooter. Who's going to get the other one? Because these two guys neck and neck. Oh, couldn't even see the numbers. It's so quick. They're really fighting for these 4 places because that's what they need. Race 19, and that's the 9-year-old semi-final. Waiting up there to get away. Chris Hyde, David McFarlane, Ben Beasley, Marlon Jackson, Ainsley Cullen, Richard Love, Matt Boyle, and Gavin Deloy. And away they go, fighting for it. Who's it going to be? It's neck and neck there between, Matt Boyle, and it looks like Ben Beasley in there. And round the back they go, really neck and neck, fighting away, hammering away. Little guy guys and a lot of power. And down the back they come as Matt Boyd out in front. SE Racing, but with him, and still Ben Beasley. And Ben isn't going to give up. Ben and his Scorpion Kid is a lot of power. He's one of the good guys who really puts it together. Right in third place, that's Chris Hoy, and up with him, that's number 9, Dave McFarlane. And it looks as though they're all across the line.